Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about an abstract concept called political capital. It's something that is very hard to quantify. In fact, any time I've ever seen anybody try, I didn't like the way they did it. But it is very real, and it's at play all the time. It's also kind of hard to explain. So, we're going to take it out of politics and bring it into a world that I know everybody watching this is going to be familiar with. Social media, YouTube. Okay? So political capital is basically goodwill. It can be goodwill from your base, so your voters or your subscribers, or goodwill from other politicians or other creators. All right. And then you have two kinds of political capital. You have reputational and representative. Reputational is goodwill from your base. Okay, so that is, if you read about this, it'll say something along the lines of being consistent in policy or ideological stances, something along those lines. The reason it says that is because if you are consistent and you continue to get reelected, your base supports you. Okay, so reputational is about support from your base. Representative is political capital related to getting stuff done. Right? Two different kinds. So on YouTube, you have, let's take this channel as an example. 500,000, little less than, subscribers. To me, that's massive. It's huge. In the grand scheme of things on YouTube, it's not. We don't have a lot of reputational political capital. But when it comes to representative, we have tons. Because when we set out to do something real world, whether it be a fundraiser or getting supplies to where they need to be or hurricane relief or whatever, when we set out to do it, we do it. Therefore, people are more likely to support our activities in the future. Okay? So if somebody was to say, hey, we're going to raise money to hold a barbecue, and then the barbecue never gets held, they failed. They couldn't get stuff done. So their representative political capital declines. If somebody makes a bunch of bad takes and has a whole bunch of people unsubscribe, a bunch of bad videos, their reputational political capital is declining. This can also happen if there's a scandal of some kind. Okay, so that's how it works. All of this directly transfers to politics. And it is entering into a whole bunch of political discussions right now. As an example, the Pelosi AOC, Medicare for All floor vote thing. Political capital is definitely entering into the decisions of people involved in that. The Trump-McConnell thing, that's entirely about political capital. Trump has a bunch of reputational political capital. His base still supports him. He doesn't have much representative because he's outgoing. He can't get anything done once he's out of office. McConnell has a whole lot of representative political capital because he's been up there for so long. And he's got stuff done and stopped stuff from getting done, which I guess can also generate political capital. And those two are battling for control of the party. And to show you that it is always in play, Crenshaw is taking a huge hit right now in reputational political capital because of the thing with the VA. Veterans are upset. That's a big part of his base. He's also taking a hit because he followed somebody on Twitter that I guess people don't approve of him following. And that's causing a decline in reputational political capital. So that shows that it can be something real, the thing with the VA, or something that realistically doesn't matter, who he follows on Twitter, that can impact that kind of political capital. Now, when you're talking about it going into decline, it also impacts his representative political capital. People are going to be less likely to do him favors because if his reputational political capital drops too far, well, he may not get reelected, which means he may not be there to return the favor. So that's how this works. That's a brief overview of an abstract concept that is incredibly hard to quantify, but is very real and is at play with every politician you know. It's worth noting that this isn't the way it should be, but it's the way it is right now. And it is definitely something that impacts people's decisions. And it's just something that we should keep in mind. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.